Yo, 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 yo. What's going on, ASOP family? It's your boy Truth, represent ASOP Boxing, man. This is Moment of Truth, episode 15. We doing these shits, man. You know what I mean? We doing these joints, man. Look, I ain't even get to get in here good. Karma, man. Hey, Karma.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Come on, Karma. Look how you doing me, Karma. You know what I mean? Listen, man, let me tell y'all, man. Karma Serene treat me so bad, y'all wouldn't even understand, man. I thought Karma was a friend, you know what I mean? But she been outing me, so I don't know what's going on, you know what I mean? But we'll figure it out, you know what I mean? So today in particular, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to talk about the 140-pound division. Hey, Todd, my man Todd in this joint. Matter of fact, hey, y'all give me a second. I'm about to throw this link up right now, real quick, man. My bad, man. Excuse my manners. You feel me? Excuse my manners. Let me throw this link up in here for anybody that wanna, you know what I mean? Come in, pop in, politic with your boy. I see my man Clev up there. My man Clev said, "Be well, mate." Again, look, Karma. What are you, British Clever? Come on, man. Oh, why y'all doing my man Clever like that, man? Jay Rosales was good, man. She said Karma hit the Giants. Truth, what it is. Hey, my man Broadway, what up, man? That was a great interview the other day with Brian Mendoza. I had to go back and watch it, man. That was a fire interview. Hey, again, y'all see my man Broadway Joel, the voice of Dominican boxing. So at the end of the day, man, if you want to know anything about Dominican boxing, but not just that though, you know what I mean? My man, I feel like to relegate my man to Dominican boxing, man, that's nasty work. You get what I'm saying? So, go over to my man Broadway Joel page, check him out. I mean, look at his work. He just did an interview with Brian Mendoza coming off that fire knockout of Sebastian Fundora. So yeah, man, go ahead and check my man Broadway out, man, for real. Yeah, for sure. Broadway with the exclusive, man. So yeah, man, I just kind of wanted to, talk about maybe some of the fights this weekend, a little bit of the 140-pound division. I was moving late, so I ain't got my notes, but we gonna go off top like a freestyle. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm not mistaken, the next big fight that we got at 140 is Rolando Romero and let me see something. Nah, pretty southern. J-Ro, that's my man. Damn, J Rosales. My man J-Ro, what's up, man? So the next fight that we got coming up is Pollo and Rolly, man. So I don't know, man. I've been kind of trying to look at that fight. Obviously, it's not that much footage on Alberto Pollo to break down, so it's kind of hard to get like a beat on what he do. I think he handled the pressure from his last fight was Akhmadov. Personally, I think Akhmadov did win that fight. It was a close fight. It was a good fight, but I thought that I was very surprised when I seen and I think Pollo was surprised too that his hand was raised over Akhmadov, who was about to fight Kenny Sims. But I think that Pollo handled the pressure as good as he possibly could. He showed that Pollo showed that he got a little beard on him. And so, I respect that. I respect Pollo for showing that he had a little beard on him. But Rolly different. Obviously Rolly's awkward. He got a little weird style and shit like that. So I don't know, man. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what Rolly gonna bring to the table. I'm just not sure, man. I'm not sure how that one goes. But at the end of the day, when you talk about that fight, man, I think Pollo can outbox Rolly. I'm just not sure how well Pollo gonna be able to not get those big punches landed on him. Hold on, what's I said? You said Errol Spence shirt, Truth, SMH, Haram. Hey, listen, man, I'm a boxing fan, bro. So when I was by that concession, you know what I mean, at the Ugas fight, I had to purchase one. Whenever I go to a Bud fight, I'll purchase a Bud shirt, but I'm a boxing fan. You know what I'm saying? So, Ty, we got to support all. And I hear you to say the same thing. You say, yo, you don't hate Spence, but you just rocking with Bud. I don't hate Bud. I don't hate Spence. For that fight, I'm going with Bud. But at the end of the day, I'm still an Earl Spence fan. I was running late, so here it is. Man down. Hand down, man down. You know what I mean? My man Class said quality hate. Shout out to Barbara Choice, man. Barbara Trace is a huge boxing fan, and she be keeping me on point with the boxing. So I appreciate you, Barbara. Thanks for stopping in to the moment of truth. But yeah, I'm not sure if Rolly could. I mean, I'm not sure if Puello could keep Rolly off of him. Now, if you forced me to make a decision, I would say Puello by decision. But I'm just not sure. I mean, I don't know what y'all think, man. Y'all let me know in the comments, man. Matter of fact, first of all, make sure I hit the like button. I appreciate that. If you ain't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. You know what I'm saying? Over here on A-Side Boxing Talk.
Do the knowledge, nigga.
Yeah, that's what we like to do. We like to do the knowledge. You know what I mean? So this is Educated Boxing Talk, and truthfully, right? The main reason why people come to my channel,
most motherfuckers don't know shit about boxing,
and that's why y'all here with me, and I appreciate that. So again, what my girl Barbara say? Oh, thanks for the shout out, A-Side. Yeah, you know the vibe, Barbara, man. My son decided that Rolly fight gonna be a good one. I don't know if Puello got enough power to keep Rolly off of him. Well, so so you know what's crazy? I would have thought the same thing, Rito. I don't know if Rolly got, I don't know if Puello got enough power to keep Rolly or whatever. I would have thought the same thing, but Akhmadov was all over Puello, bro. Now, granted, I don't think Akhmadov could punch nearly as hard as Rolly can. We still yet to see, and I'm sure Rolly punching power not going to go down. He ain't the strongest puncher, but he can crack. I think that Puello is a really good boxer. You know what I mean? But I did see, I know he's not as, let's say, active as Akhmadov is. I know that's an interesting fight, man. That's a very interesting fight. My man Broadway said, we really discussing this mismatch? Yeah, man. Yeah, we are. We got to. Let me see. And what day is that? That's May. Okay, May 13th. But Rolly been chin checked OD times these last couple months. Yeah, and that's something. That's something that we got to take into account. I mean, you can't pull too much from sparring, but you seeing guys getting dropped by prospects in headgear and 16s. That's you know what? It's not really about the chin check, right? That part is a technical issue on Rolly. You can't keep throwing the same punches with people that have any sort of boxing IQ. You can't just go in the ring, throw 3 straight right hands, even like a guy like Leo Santa Cruz. Leo Santa Cruz know how to fucking fight, right? But when you throw the same punch 3 times in a row against a guy with an educated boxing IQ like Tank, that first time is like, okay, I see what he did. That second time was like, damn, he did the same thing. You better not do it again. That third time, I got you. You get what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I don't want to say like Rolly chin tapped out and shit like that, but I will say that he can't continue to make the same mistakes. Now, I think he'll be afforded more of an opportunity to make those mistakes because Alberto Puello not punching like that. You get what I'm saying? So with the fact that Puello not punching like that, I think that Rolly could afford to make a couple more mistakes, and you know, we'll see. We'll see what's going on with that fight. I'm not sure if Rolly could catch him and not. He can't. Rolly could catch him and knock him out. I'm not sure if Puello will be there for that, but I do think that's a 50-50 fight. You know what I'm saying? For sure, I think that's a 50-50 fight. My man Broadway said, Rolly not a mauler like Akhmadov. He not a mauler like Akhmadov, but I do think he punched harder than Akhmadov. And yeah, so again, my man Trill Clinton in here, man. My man Trill. Yeah, that's my man. That's my intro music for my man Trill. Texas, man. Yeah. My man said, yo, Trill, you ain't lying. Went to Boston today and had to walk out. Damn, yo, oxtails that high for real? I don't know, man. I keep seeing my man Trill say that. Said he decolonized. Yo, let me see. Y'all crazy, yo. Barbara said she excited about the Joyce and Zhang fight this week. I'm excited about that fight too. I don't think Zhang, again, that's one of them. I don't think Zhang got enough to keep Joe Joyce off of him. We know Joe Joyce start kind of slow. He got a real good jab, slow, but he got a good jab. And I just don't see nobody stopping Joe. I really want to see Joe Joyce fight Tyson Fury. That's really the fight that I want to see. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm hearing Gary Antoine is injured. He pulled out of the fight. So I guess he won't be fighting Kent Cruz anymore, or Clark Kent, whatever that guy name is. I keep hearing Kent Cruz, Clark Kent. You know what I'm saying? Whatever that dude is, I guess they not fighting no more. So that's gonna be a good card. It don't who win Rolly or Puyo Tank fighting for the real 140 title. What? I don't know what you're talking about, H Dog. You're gonna have to hey, matter of fact, H Dog, I hear what you're saying, but with comments like that,
do the knowledge, nigga.
You know what I mean? So I'm gonna let you know that. Sarah Marinez outclassed Rolly. Now he okay. All right, yeah, man. I mean, yeah, Marinez did outclass Rolly, but again, you know, Rolly's a hometown guy. Rolly's a PBC guy, so you know, we got to still see how that go. You know, me and you had that conversation multiple times, bro. Okay, my man H Dog said it don't matter who wins between Rolly or Player. Tank fighting the winner for the real title. I don't think Tank goes up no more. I don't think Tank go to 140. I think after this fight, I think that you know, call me crazy. I just think that we're gonna see the Devin Haney versus Tank fight if Tank is able to get past Lomachenko. I don't think that's a foregone conclusion that excuse me, not Tank. If Devin could get past Lomachenko, I don't think that's a foregone conclusion that Devin Haney beats Lomachenko. I still think that's a 50-50 fight. I still think this is the best guy that Devin Haney's ever fought. We know that Devin Haney get a little tired in them later rounds. We know Lomachenko is a championship round fucking bandit. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. As I get more and more into that that Devin and Lomachenko fight, for a minute for me, that was just like unanimous that Devin was going to win easy, maybe stop him, even though we never seen Lomachenko stop Devin ain't stopped nobody in the last however many fights. No, I always say that shit. But as I'm getting like kind of further and further thinking about that fight, I'm not sure. I'm not sure, man. I think that's a 55-45 fight Devin favor. But yeah, man, it's just certain things that Lomachenko do that's a little wrong for Devin. Devin like to tie up and shit like that. Lomachenko, you know, just like Earl Spence Jr., he bounced out of those. You can't tie Lomachenko up for too long. You know what I mean? Again, like I said, in them later rounds, you can't. Lomachenko find a whole nother gear in them late rounds, and then 10, 11, 12, he pressing you. Devin not really a walk him down type of guy either. You get what I'm saying? So Devin fighting off the back foot, allowing Lomachenko to be on the front foot. I don't know about that. And a point I want to bring up too about about Lomachenko. Lomachenko been looking old, but I want y'all to remember this, man. Before that fight that he had with Jermaine Ortiz was just in camp with Lomachenko. These motherfuckers sparred probably 100 rounds in camp, right? So a lot of people giving Jermaine Ortiz these accolades, which he performed well against Lomachenko. I personally had to fight a draw. Some people had Jermaine Ortiz winning that fight. But I will say this. It's way easier to go in the ring, even under the lights, with a guy that you had 100 rounds in with versus this mythical Lomachenko guy that's supposed to be a pound for pound guy, and you never been in the ring and you don't know what to do when the angles. Like, again, like I said, if you got any type of boxing IQ, after you done spar the guy 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 rounds, you should be able to pick up on some of his subtle movements. You should be able to pick up on the little things that he do. You know what I mean? So in knowing that, okay, damn, he caught me with this. I remember this shit for sparring. All right, cool. I'm not gonna let that happen no more. So again, I got respect for Jermaine Ortiz. I don't have no issues with him as a fighter. I think he's a decent fighter. I think he's a good fighter. But I think his performance against Lomachenko is a little bit overrated because he was a sparring partner. Right now, people might say, well, Helenius was a sparring partner for Wilder, but Wilder dropping knockdown or knock out everybody but Tyson Fury. You get what I'm saying? So, yeah, I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure. My man Juice, my dog Asal salute. What's good, my boy? Shout out to my man Juice, man. That 140 showcase, really pay attention, given injuries and all. things are moving. Both Rolly and Kenny got a real shot at shaking things up. Yeah, with the WBA, I think so too. Let me see. My man Rito said that Dev Loma fight is an 8-4-7 type fight. Dev going to be holding in on them championship rounds. But that's what I'm saying, Rito. When you go back and watch some Lomachenko tape, bro. Lomachenko, he don't really be letting motherfuckers hold him like that. You know what I mean? He not really, you know what I'm saying? Like, he not really like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. You just go watch Lomachenko, look at some of the stuff he do. Go look at Devin Haney, look at some of the stuff he do. I think Devin Haney body punching is underrated, and we've seen Loma a couple times show a little bit vulnerability to the body. Now, he's not Keith Thurman to the body, but we've seen some vulnerability out of Lomachenko to the body again. I think that's a 55-45 fight, Rito. Again, 7-5 Devin, shit, maybe 7-5 the other way. I don't know, depending on how quick Lomachenko want to get started. You know what I'm saying? I do think that Lomachenko being a slow starter with somebody like Devin is bad, because Devin he got a great jab, and if you want to be a slow starter, no problem. He just gonna jab with you. Devin, he ain't got to be a really super active in them early rounds. He'll just jab with you. You know what I mean? And when Lomachenko think he's doing something while stepping on that gas late because somebody been over pursuing, Devin could possibly be right there with him and ready to turn it up another notch when he turn it up. I'm also looking at what's been going on with the whole Tank and Shakur, Tank and Devin, Shakur, all of that shit. If you notice, the last couple of days, Devin Haney done went dark. Devin Haney ain't commenting about Shakur Stevenson. I ain't seen Devin Haney say nothing about Tank in the last couple of days. In the words of my man Terrence Crawford, in the words of the 147 champion Terrence Crawford, you got to focus on your fight for you don't make it to your fight, my guy. You know what I mean? And I think that's what Devin doing. I think Devin is focusing on that fight. My man Steph said H-Dog has a point. Never know. For a second, I was hoping Gary Antoine and Tank for the WBA title. Never know B. Just thinking out loud. Loma fighting like a vet these days, dragging folks in the deep waters. Bobby and Shakur. Hoping Loma can't get the job done with Haney because they don't want to. Yeah. We're going to see. And yes, let me see. Let me look at what you said. What else you said, Steph? Yes, throughout my film study of Devin Haney, he's a great body puncher. Those long arms look good with punch placement on his chin. Yeah. Nah, for sure. Again, I think that motherfuckers is writing Lomachenko off. Like, I'm not a Lomachenko super fan because I just don't understand somebody that do all of these weird ass tricks and flips and juggling shit and all of this other stuff, but you can't fight off the back foot. That's wild to me. I don't understand. Like I don't know. You know what I mean? That's a little weird to me, but not weird. But again, it's a crazy flaw to have with all of the tricks and all of the footwork, and you win in the Olympics a million times and shit like that, but you can't fight off the back foot. You know what I mean? That just kind of showed me you just used to beating motherfuckers up. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, though. Let me see, man. I see we got people down here, man. Again, let me do this. I think I might have messed that up. Give me a second. I'm gonna drop this link to the chat in here again. Like I said, anybody want come in here, rock out with your boy. You know what I mean? Let's do it. There you go. Just drop the link in the chat again. Yeah, man. So let me see if there's if Dev watched Loma, like some people saying, I'm gonna give him major props though. I think Dev is supposed to watch Loma. I got respect for Devin Haney. I'm a Devin Haney fan as well. I think the only two guys at 135 that should beat Devin Haney is Shakur Stevenson and Tank Davis. I think anybody else besides the Shakur Stevenson and the Tank Davis, I do not believe they should be beating Devin Haney. Claire, what up?
What's up, man? What's happening?
Chilling. How you, man? How you?
This thing work?
Yeah, we good. We good.
I'm good, man.
Carmen said you don't need to fight off the back.
Yeah, chilling. Go ahead, though. Keep cooking. Keep chopping.
I was just saying, like, them two guys, Shakur and Tank, they should beat. I think they can beat Devin, but I mean, Lomachenko, he 34, 35. Again, like I said, I think people put in a little bit too much stake or stock into what Jermaine Ortiz was able to do with him. Obviously, when you spar a guy a bunch of times, you should have some level of comfortability with the guy. You know what I mean? He completely washed Kome, but we knew that was going to happen. He washed Nakatani, but we should have expected that to happen. You know what I mean? But I'm still not sure on which Loma that we going to get. Is we going to get the Loma that washed them two guys up? Is we going to get the Loma that didn't fight for 6 rounds against Tio? Is we going to get the Loma that looked like he was aging against Jermaine Ortiz? It's the book's still out on Loma, but I think we'll figure it out after this fight. You know what I mean? One thing I will say is that even just kind of something that I was watching today that really kind of took me and spunked me and threw me for a loop. Go back and watch the Tony Harrison fight against Sergio Garcia, right? This guy moving around the ring. He popping a jab off. He looking like an elite 154 fighter. If I'm not mistaken, that might have been April of, I think that was April of 2022. That was on the Fundora Lubin undercard, right? A year ago. He just fought last month. He fought Tim Tszyu, and he looked like shit. He looked like trash, bro. So, sometimes, being out the ring, sometimes that age, that father time, that shit don't play, man. That father time is no joke. So, at the end of the day, again, Loma 35 now. I don't even know how. Let me go look. I don't even know how old Loma is. You know what I'm saying? But I think he about 35. Let's see. How you feeling about?
I think he like 34.
Okay, yeah. He 35. He 35. He was born in 80.
Okay.
Yeah, he a year older than me. Let me see, but okay. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and share this up here real quick while we got everybody. We can look at this joint together. Let me see. Give me 1 second. 1 second. Technical difficulty. Present. Share. Boom. All right. So, okay. I mean, he fought in October, November, December, January, February, March, and okay, well, about 7 months. So I don't know, man. Maybe I don't know. Maybe we'll see something. I don't know. What you think? What you think gonna happen in this fight, Cleb? This Devin and Lomachenko fight?
I'm picking Devin, but it's not gonna. It won't be easy. My comments about Lomachenko's always kind of been the same. I think he's an excellent fighter. I think he's a little bit on the older side, but as far as a lot of guys that we talk about, I think he's got a longevity record of 135 pounders who he's beat to some of the guys who's compared to him. And then if you read my comments a little bit earlier in your chat, I think as of late, like his last few outings, he's kind of fighting like a veteran. He's dragging these guys into deep waters and seeing what they're made of. And he's trying to get off his combinations to impress the judges. But I think Dev's just going to be a little bit too much for him, man. Like I said, I'm doing a little film study on Devin Haney right now. We forget, right? That was I've always said that too. Like that was a nice championship run, all during 2018. And then of course the big comments of Bob Arum saying he signed with the wrong promoter. And then he becomes a champion and defends his WBC and is just frankly moving different than some of his contemporaries.
Yeah.
But I believe everything what all you guys are saying, man. I think if he keeps Loma off the end of that jab, he should be just fine. I want him to work, I want him to work on his combinations a little bit better. I think that's why people say he don't have power and whatnot. But it's going to get tough late, right? Like, if he don't, like a couple weeks ago, I was saying, if he don't stop this guy, man, shoot, they may try to rob him. Like one of those cards are going to be, is going to be egregious, outrageous type.
For sure.
But, final words, I would say this week, I'm feeling pretty good about Devin Haney.
Hey, listen.
Yeah.
My bad. One thing, Cleb, I want to say, listen, guys, if Adelaide Bird is one of the judges, cancel Christmas. Hey, Devin gonna have to get a knockout. Telling you, if Adelaide Bird, listen, this the secret sauce, right? Adelaide
Right.
Bird being the judge, and fucking what's my man that just was the referee for Kenny Bayless. Them the two guys, man. Them the two incels, man. Them the two, you know what I mean? Them the two guys right there, man. Adelaide Bird and fucking Kenny Bayless, man. Pause. No, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not. Yeah, don't even. I'm not even gonna say that. Yeah. That's them. Them the two guys, man. B Doug, what up, bro?
What they do, fellas?
Chilling. How you doing?
Man, listen. I think Lomachenko will be the ultimate gatekeeper for Devin Haney. He will give him a tough fight. I mean, I still toughest competition to this day.
Yeah, of course.
Brian, you laying down? Were you at work?
No. I got on the AirPods.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But two. I don't think Loma gonna start off slow with Devin, man. I think he knows too much at stake with this one. I don't think he's gonna start slow. I think Devin gonna have to be on his high horse. I think Loma will try to prove a point too.
But see, you know what though? The only like I said, just looking at this fight is real interesting, not just because of the names, but because of the matchup. See, somebody like Devin, we seen Devin go 12 rounds in a jab fest with Kambosos, right? I don't think he could have a similar success with Lomachenko, but I think if Lomachenko is choosing to start slow against Devin Haney, I don't think that's going to work in his favor because, again, Devin Haney don't got to be the most active because his jab is active. He not going to be – Devin Haney not a guy that's going to be in a ring getting off balance, whiffing punches, missing and hitting the air and shit like that. That's not Devin Haney's style. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So a lot of the shit that Lomachenko like to do, the preserving himself for them later rounds, I think if he do it a little too much, Devin could do the same. You know what I'm saying? Again, I think Devin I think his body punching ability is underrated, and we seen Loma hurt to the body in his last fight.
Can we agree though? This might be the strongest puncher that Devin Haney has faced in a minute.
No, I don't think he punched harder than Linares.
No, that's what I say in a minute.
Oh yeah. Oh, well, I mean, we got to think he had Linares, JoJo. Yeah, okay. Yeah, because he had Linares, JoJo, the two Kambosos fights.
Fights. Yeah.
Yeah. I think he might be a little. Yeah, but I think with Loma, man, Loma.
Nice.
Like this, huh?
No, I know. I agree with you.
Yeah, I don't think Loma like the strongest guy, but I think it's like death by 1,000 cuts. Like if you somebody that you can't back Loma up, he gonna look different. He gonna get to taking angles on you. You gonna get frustrated, and then the punches get to wearing you down over rounds. Then you get stopped. It was only that one guy, I think Crawler, where he just kind of like put Crawler the fuck out, like just put him out. You know what I mean? Put him on his face, smoked him. You know what I mean? But yeah, he's strong, but it might be. Huh?
Something just came into my mind, guys. We'll find out real quick what both men are made of because Devin has that Midwest style, right? The style that adapts to all styles. Think Floyd Mayweather. Think the Midwest guys. So when Loma comes at Dev, I'm gonna know like how he's gonna, how the fight's kind of generally gonna go. If he's gonna counter this guy, is he gonna smother this guy? Is he gonna keep him at the end of his jab? And then another question that arises: what is it gonna look like when Devin is walking him down? It should be interesting. Should be really interesting. Just keep that in mind. Just let's see how Dev is gonna counter Loma because we know Loma is gonna come with the angles and try to get in position to get his combinations off. But when you look at Dev and his attributes and his dimensions, you're like, man, that's a tough task. Not a lot of people have been able to do that.
Yeah, shout out to my man Tay Jones too. My man Tay Jones in the building. Shout out, my boy. Another thing too that I've been kind of that again, it may or may not weigh in on the fight. It's only so many times you could continue to cut weight. Probably coming down from 60 whatever Devin Wade walk around, it's only so much. It's only so many times that you could continue to cut this weight. Like, for example, if I'm Lomachenko, I start early, right? Because get Devin early, get Devin going early. That motherfucker might be, if you press Devin, he might be tapped out by 8 rounds or 9 rounds or 10 rounds. Again, like I said, we know in them championship rounds, Loma come to fight. He got another gear. Again, he got another gear in them last 3 rounds. Devin will taper off in them last couple. You know what I'm saying? And that's when he like to stand in the pocket. His defense get a little leaky. I think Devin got good defense. I just think his transitional defense is not that good. If you fighting and you in a high guard, right? And then, okay, this dude threw a punch now, or you throw a right. Boom, I caught the right. Now you throwing a hook, and I'm trying to shoulder roll right. So now you went from catching a right or fucking parrying a right or catching that shit with your hand. Now you trying to shoulder roll the left hook. You know what I mean? Devin get hit. So I think for me, that's like a big issue that I see with Devin is his transitional defense. So if you having problems with your transition defense with a guy standing in front of you, it's going to be hard when that same guy is taking angles and hitting you with different punches, and you already got a leaky, you known for having a leaky defense in the later rounds of the fights. Yeah, my man Tay said, hell, in the later rounds, he damn near don't lose them. Yeah, you got to be talking about Lomachenko now for sure.
Yeah, and that was my point though. I was trying to make that. Devin Haney been trying to cut this weight for too long now. You know what I mean? That's taking a lot of energy away from this boy to do that. But whether he wants to say it or not, but he losing energy even on fight night. But that's what I was saying. Well, Lomachenko probably hit him with one of these flash punch. He ain't been hitting 2 fights damn near. Kambosos wasn't touching him up like that.
Yeah.
But and I'm not saying Devin gonna lose it. I think Devin gonna beat him. But what I'm saying is, with these fights, you never know what's gonna happen, especially a fight like this.
Hey, shout out to Boxer Girl. She said, hit that like and subscribe button. My man Broadway just entered the chat to the voice of Dominican boxing. De lo mío.
De lo mío, que lo que mi hermano. Nah, bro, I'm hearing y'all, man, talk about this Devin Haney Lomachenko fight. One things I found interesting, I just realized this week, right? So Devin Haney is known for somebody who fades a little bit down the stretch. I think that's a fair criticism.
Yeah.
And Lomachenko is known somebody who turns up later down the stretch. So that dynamic is like, listen, stylistically, I don't to be honest, I think Haney should win comfortably. But when you add that to the context, like you start fading up a little bit and this dude starts turning up a little bit. Now, what's that going to look like now? And Lomachenko is a good body puncher. So if you somebody who fades and he going to keep touching up that body, you know, what's going to end up happening? It makes for a fight more interesting than I thought it was when it got announced.
And I'm not going to even act. He won the JoJo fight, but as that fight went further and further, JoJo was touching.
Yeah, he was. He was
touching him. And I know Lomachenko can create more punches for himself than JoJo can. So again, I just think it's like you said, bro. I think that dynamic is one that we really got to pay attention to. Devin fading later in rounds and the weight cut, bro. I'm not letting it go. The weight cut, that shit gonna be. Listen to me, 55-45 Devin Wade. It could be closer, but again, I don't think that. I think again, even me personally, like when I was just breaking this down or like looking at this fight, just kind of, they made the fight. Okay, cool. Devin gonna wash him. But as I just been kind of looking at a little bit of film and just kind of watching some of Devin habits, watching some of Lomachenko habits, they both got advantages and disadvantages with each other. Lomachenko gonna have to get on the inside. Devin is way bigger than this guy. But again, Devin got that good jab, but he do find himself in a lot of fights later on. And Lomachenko, that motherfucker like to fight, bro. Like Lomachenko's a fighter. Like, you know what I mean? He like to bang, especially in them championship rounds. He come to fight. And don't get me wrong. And on top of that, Lomachenko get a little dirty. Like, let's be real. That motherfucker ahead, but he'll do some shit. Like Lomachenko, he'll throw a wrench in there at you, man. So again, I don't think Loma gonna win, but I think this is gonna be a real close fight. I think we see if Devin Haney's smart, he just vacate the belts. Or I mean, if he wins and he's smart, he'll just vacate the belts. I just feel like if he was a win and go into like a Tank fight or something like that, I think that's career suicide, man. That's that. I really do.
Why career suicide?
Listen, bro. Because the thing is, when you got a leaky defense, especially later on in the fight, Tank not a distance fighter. Tank gonna be there. Like, it's not when it comes to Tank. It's not if he's gonna hit you or if he's gonna land. He already shown us what he got here. He a 30 fight veteran now. How many fight Tank's out? 30, about 30 fights. He done showed us through 30 fights like he's gonna catch you. He's gonna hit you. He's going to land. I'm not sure if Devin Chin can stand up to that. I'm just not sure. And when he hurt Devin, he gonna hurt Devin bad. Like if he gonna hurt, I think he gonna hurt Devin bad, bro. But again, it's a 50-50 fight. Let me see. Not sure. Okay, no.
I think Devin could run. I would pick Tank to win. Let me just clarify. But if Tank was to fight Devin, I think Devin, he would do his best to not get touched and run and move and hold. You remember they had that clinch graphic up when he fought Kambosos? Imagine that clinch graphic when he fighting Tank, a big puncher like that. Like, I don't want to dismiss his chances against Tank. Again, I would pick Tank to win, and I would pick him by knockout.
Yeah, I
don't dismiss Devin Haney's chances. I think he's big enough, crafty enough with that jab, and crafty enough with that holding too. You know what I'm saying? I know people don't like it, but it's something it's a useful.
It's a part of boxing. It's a part of boxing.
It's a part of boxing.
And I just want to add that, look, these guys are young enough to handle a loss. I don't think a loss hurts any of the men who we've talked about: Shakur, Devin, Tank, and so forth. They're respectively 24 and 28 years old. Or even younger in some cases, even the guys who are chomping at the bit below them. So as all of us boxing fans want to see, these young guys who are so-called the shit all need to be in the ring fighting one another now and winning and losing and drawing now so we can get more fights down the road. Just want to flag that.
Real quick, let me say this. Hey, shout out to my man L-Dub Boxing. He said it was good. This guy is like Boxstradamus. I don't know who he know, but he's definitely the predictor of fights. So if y'all haven't, please go over there and subscribe to my man L-Dub Boxing. That's my guy. He definitely do his thing. He know all the fights. He could tell you something about everybody. Another thing that I wanted to say too, and again, I didn't really mention this because, like I said earlier, just like Errol Spence, Lomachenko is also one of them guys that he don't really let you hold him like that. Like he not like he fight out of the clinch. Like it's a couple, especially, and I like again like Errol Spence, Lomachenko on the inside. And both of them, obviously, both from southpaws too. It's funny, but them motherfuckers fight out of the clinch. But if Devin Haney was gonna ever take a page from Tyson Fury, this is the fight. You are way bigger than Lomachenko. You need to be punching Lomachenko, grabbing Lomachenko, and putting your weight on Lomachenko. You know what I mean? Go into his body, punch, grab, lean, move him, push him around, lay on him, make the referee tell you he's going to take a point before you stop. You get what I'm saying? Because I think that he got to try to gas Loma for them later rounds. He got to do the punch and hold tactic, punch and clinch. Even though, like I said, Lomachenko, he's not really one for letting motherfuckers just hold him like that. So that's a feat in itself that Devin Haney will have to accomplish. But I think he's gonna have to make it a little ugly. He's gonna have to grab Loma up, hold him, and lay on the ropes with him, and do all that shit. I mean, to try to get that W. Man, Vivi said, I don't be too worried about what Devin is offering now. Shakur's that's a fact, Vivi. Would you about to say, though, Clive?
Yeah, just listen to these last couple comments on Dev. Dev's got some moxie and good dexterity in the clinch too, man. You got to remember that he's traditionally been bigger than most of his opponents at 135. So he's been able to be strong and manhandle and do what he does. I just think he's just hella athletic enough to, get off whatever he's trying to get off, whether it's, good, bad, or ugly.
No,
You know
no,
what I'm
what I'm
saying?
saying, no, what I'm saying, you're right. But what I'm saying is that, like, for example, right, when you look at Tyson Fury with his tactic, like everybody hold different. Some people like to just punch you up real quick and grab you so that you can't punch them back. Referee will break the fight. Like for example, like so some people like to grab you up and that way punch you, grab you, referee break it up. Then you got guys like what Caleb Plant was doing to Benavidez. He was just grabbing and holding. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just grabbing and holding, grabbing and holding. That's not really that effective. It kind of breaks up the fighter, it breaks up your opponent's rhythm, but it's not really that effective and it's kind of fucking boring, right? But then you got the punch and grab, you know what I mean? Or like Tyson Fury, you got that I'm gonna punch you, I'm gonna lean on you, I'm gonna fucking put your head down. We know what Tyson Fury does. You get what I'm saying? But I think if Devin can effectively punch Lomachenko and hold him and lean on him and apply his weight, I'm sure Devin is going to rehydrate no less than 150. Devin fuck around to be a middleweight in the ring with Lomachenko. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I just think that Devin going to have to incorporate that, which again, he's he can clinch well, but again, I think he's going to have to get a little dirty too. You know what I'm saying? He's going to have to a little, what you about to say?
I just think Loma different from the last three. I mean, like you said, Loma do dirty shit. He do a lot different than what Kambosos did in 2 fights. It's gonna be a way different look for Haney from JoJo and Kambosos. Was that the last 3 years? 2 years? Last 2 years?
Yep.
Yeah. So
Is that Bam?
You got
No, that's my man Lean. Shout out to my man Lean. Yeah, that's a picture of Bam, but that's my man Lean. It was good, my boy.
Man, you look just fucking Bam.
Said Loma better watch the TO tape, otherwise he's gonna look real basic. Yeah.
That could happen. It's possible.
I honestly, with the TO shit, I just feel like he couldn't get it. Like he felt TO's power and was hesitant to open up. I don't think it was necessarily like something he could watch tape and fix what he did. I think TO, if you watch that first round, TO was throwing some vicious shots to the body, and he was catching it with his elbows, with his arms. I think he felt those punches on his arms, and he went, "Whoa, let me take my time with this young kid." And I think that's why he lost the fight.
Yeah, I'm with you. I agree. And the thing is, we just gotta see if Lomachenko, because Devin will, I think that going into the ring, I think Devin will be bigger than Teofimo Lopez was, but that don't mean you're gonna punch harder. You get what I'm saying? And I think that's like the big thing. I'm not sure that Devin got enough power, or what if when Lomachenko start catching Devin jabs and catch a body shot on the arm, what if Loma like, oh, they ain't that bad? That's a whole different fight.
Right. If
he did that to Tio, if he would have, I feel like if he would have felt like that in the Teofimo Lopez fight, he would have beat Teofimo Lopez. That's when you watch Lomachenko versus Teofimo Lopez, that's 2 different fights. The first half of that fight and the second, those are 2 totally different fights. You know what I mean?
Piggyback off that comment and what Broadway just said. If that's Devin versus Tio, do you think he wants a rematch? Let's just say hypothetically he loses against Devin come May 20th. You think he opts for a rematch?
No, 140.
No. That's not what I asked. Just in general.
You say do we think he would want a rematch with Teofimo Lopez?
No, with Devin. If he loses against Devin.
Yeah, I mean he could want what he want, but
Devin ain't taking that.
Yeah, Devin moving up. Devin's next move is either, let's say he beats Loma, is either if he stays at 135, either Shakur or Tank, and then let's just say for whatever reason he decides he's moving up to 40, is the winner Taylor Tio. So he's gonna have big fights after this one.
I think win or lose, he moving. There's no reason. I think it was been so much built over the years for this Lomachenko fight, which is why he killing himself. There should be no reason why he fighting Shakur or Tank at draining himself like this. That boy gonna die in the ring. And I'm not putting that on him. I'm just saying that's gonna be too much.
I respect that.
I mean, his father came out and said like, "Yo, we staying at 35."
He did say that.
You
Yep.
know what I'm saying? So
I heard Dirt. I heard
But
Dirt
see,
himself say the same thing.
yeah,
Well,
but
for
like
the
my
rest
coach
of this
always,
year. For the rest
like
of
my
this year.
coach, like my coach always told me, man, you can listen to doctors; they can only tell you so much, but your body gonna tell you everything. If Devin Haney body telling him to move up, man, put that fucking weight on and move up. You could fight Shakur. The only fight you're not gonna be able to get is Tank, and that's if Tank probably never gonna move to 140, but Shakur gonna move to 140.
Hey, my man Lean made a point. He said, I just don't want for Haney to have a Taylor moment and be drained and get manhandled by a C-level opponent like Catterall. You know what I mean? Now, I don't think none of them guys will be C-level opponents, but I do understand what you're saying, Lean, as far as Devin, being drained and not performing, not having an optimal performance. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I definitely agree.
for the record, I don't buy that Josh Taylor was drained against Catterall. Before the fight, he was saying how easy he made the weight and all this and all that, right? And then he has a bad performance in where he came on strong late in the fight. If you're weight drained, the opposite happens.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? You start off fast and you start fading. In the fight, he started off slow and fucking turned it up late. So and he's still fighting that 40.
This recorded, right?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Just when this happened to Ryan, right? I want you to keep that same energy and be like, oh, he wasn't weight drained. He's good. And he fought another fight after 135. Okay, we gonna see. We just making sure it's recorded.
Listen, if Ryan next fight is at 135 or 136, I'll eat my words. I'm talking about after this Tank fight.
I know you will.
I'll eat my words, but he's not. His next fight after Tank, barring the rematch clause situation, because obviously I don't know if the weight stipulations are added to the rematch clause as well. But let's just say it's not. I'll eat my words. But his next fight gonna be at 140.
Shit, but you calling out Lomachenko.
Listen,
Lomachenko said that Ryan he ain't like that.
I got
real quick too, though, Truth, real fast. Also, something else I want to flag too. Going back to Devin in that situation. Look, man, I mean, all those guys who are, the Devins, the Tanks, Shakurs, when we look back in history and look at those previous four kings, all those guys fought at different weights at different times in different years. It took almost a decade for the completion of that. So let's also keep that in mind with these guys too.
Yeah. What's funny? Kind of speaking about Teofimo. Speaking about Ryan Garcia in that his going to 140. I'm gonna just bookmark this comment because I just feel like this is gonna happen. I got an odd feeling that Regis Prograis may or may not sign with DAZN, and I got a feeling that maybe sometime either late this year or next year we'll be seeing a Regis Prograis and Ryan Garcia fight for one of them titles.
Okay, I like.
Are you saying what I was saying, or
No, I'm just thinking.
You heard, got your ear to the streets. Respect.
I'm just thinking, niggas.
I'm on record. I want Regis versus Matias. Regis was out in Minnesota telling everybody he wants to put Regis. So if Matias coming with that energy, that's the fight I want to see.
Yeah, we gonna see, man. We definitely gonna see. That's my man Boston. My man Boston said, I want to see what Devin look like at their weigh-in. But nah, I hope we get that one. That's one I want too. But I think that he gonna go on the world tour with that title. He gonna take an easy fight or so fight. Then he may take a tough fight after. But yeah, I think Regis is more like Regis like 35. So I think either he'll auction that belt off for a Ryan Garcia fight. And I'm not saying Ryan Garcia just going to beat Regis either. I don't think that. But I do think that's the fight that Regis Prograis are definitely taking. We'd be like, damn, this motherfucker fighting Ryan Garcia? I can't see that for sure. I
was thinking about that. Go ahead, my bad. I know you
I don't think he's going to jump into the fights that we want to see. Like, you give Regis Prograis his choice out of the guys. You ask me, I think he'll fight the winner of Puyo Rolly first. You get what I'm saying? A fight that will be easier for him. He gonna take the trust me, man. That dude gonna take the friendly route. Let's say that he gonna take the route of less resistance because 140 is probably the deepest division in boxing. If Regis lose that title again, who knows when the fuck he gonna get? Like, he 35, 36 now. Whatever how old he is, you know what I'm saying? That's that.
I think after Ryan fights Tank, we're gonna find out if he's what he's really made of, if he can fight or not, and actually, because we have not seen that, and like I'm hearing all of this stuff about him and all these mythical matchups. No beef with that, but it's like we're gonna find out for sure come the 22nd of April if this guy can hang with some of the best.
If Ryan,
win, lose, or draw. That's just my opinion.
Listen, let me tell you something, and I just want to cook on this too, a little bit. Hold on, let me take a pause for the cause. Hey, my man Gritty in here. This is my brother from Detroit. Y'all know the vibes. Gritty was here. That's my fucking dog. Shout out to my man Gritty, man. But I just want to say this real quick. I'm a guy that look at film. I'm a guy that watch the sport. Now, just because I look at film and I watch the sport, I don't fucking know everything. Like, none of us know everything. But I know what I see. And when I'm looking at Tank Davis, I think, and maybe I could be just overrating his skills, I think that this guy does get hit. I think that this guy does lose rounds early. But I think that people are taking for granted, I guess, his willingness to want to engage or trade. And I think that people are assuming that his boxing IQ is not next level. I feel like Ryan Garcia is too flawed of a fighter to essentially hang with Tank Davis. Now, you want to talk about Ryan maybe winning the first four, more than 3 or 4. If he up 3 or 4 rounds after the first 6, I could see that for sure. But again, I think that Hector Garcia was up. Even he might have fucking been, to me, I think Hector might have been up when he got stopped against Tank, right? But again, when you talk about hanging with somebody, that's you talking blow for blow, you talking IQ for IQ, you talking footwork for footwork, you talking skill for skill. This guy makes too many rookie amateur boxing mistakes for me to believe that he got the capability to hang with Tank for, you know what I mean, like to hang with him. Now, can he catch him with the left hook? For sure. Is Joe Goosen working on that straight right with him? Hell yeah, I've seen it the last 2 fights. But I don't see him hanging with Tank. The minute this shit get mixy, if he don't knock him out with that left hand, he's going to sleep. He's going right out.
I don't want to steer away the conversation. We could get back to this conversation, but Regis just tweeted out. So rumor has it that I could be possibly fight. That he did this wrong. He could possibly fighting Manny Pacquiao if and when he returns. I always wanted to get a picture with him, but never thought it would happen during a face-off. What do you guys think about Regis possibly fighting Manny Pacquiao?
Hold up, give me a second, Broadway. When did he tweet that?
5 minutes ago.
He tweeted that 5 minutes ago. I've been on here with y'all again. Like I said, people come to this channel. Why? Because
most motherfuckers don't know shit about boxing.
I just said, Broadway, he about to take them titles. He about to take that title on the world tour, right?
You did say that.
I said the nigga's gonna take them titles on a world tour. Regis is gonna take probably 2 easy fights, then he's gonna fight a tough fight. I'm telling you, man. If he fight Manny Pacquiao, it's not gonna be on fucking it's not gonna be on PBC. But you know, it could be on PBC, maybe. I could see it being on PBC.
Yeah, that's the last person he did business with.
But I could see the
No, it's Marv Nation for you talking about Pacquiao, my bad.
I'm talking about Pacquiao.
I could see the giving those guys a bag and or putting that fight in Saudi for a bag.
Yeah, the latter situation is the one I believe more. Throw that in Saudi on the zone. I think that's probably. But damn, Pacquiao going after a layoff like that gonna face fucking Pro Grace? Like, yo, I don't think that's a good idea.
140 though, bro.
Ah, damn, man.
Well, he's a small guy.
Kind of speaking from the fans' perspective, who's calling for that?
Nobody, bro. Nobody.
Like, where'd that come from?
Regis is about to be 35 in next January, bro. That motherfucker, he can't listen. He's not at 160. He's not a middleweight. If he was a middleweight, I would just fight the best guy. You're going to lose. You're going to be second in the division. Then you're going to probably fight him or somebody else again for a title. 140 is so deep that if Regis Prograis lose at 34, 35 years old, you can't get Regis Prograis not a fucking gatekeeper. He'd knock your prospect head the fuck off. You get what I'm saying? Nobody don't want to, you said this is the reason why it took him so long to get back in the mix. Now, granted, I know he was missing weight, he got promoted issues, but even if with all of that shit, if people thought Regis was beatable, they would have fought him. They would have, oh, Regis, that's the name. Well, he beat this, had a tough fight with Josh Taylor. That's the name. We know you could get over him and boost and propel yourself up. They would have did that shit. The motherfuckers don't think Regis is an easy out. So as Regis, knowing that it's a gauntlet of gods that you're going to have to eventually fight, why not fight Pacquiao on the zone or in Saudi and get a bag? Why not fight one of them UK guys that might be, matter of fact, or I think O'Hara Davies just beat Lewis Ritson. That's a DAZN guy. Hey, we're going to put you over in the UK. We're going to give you a bag to fight O'Hara Davies, fight Pacquiao, and then you're going to have to take a tough fight. You know what? You can fight our guy, Richardson Hitchens. Like, some shit, I'm telling you, man. That motherfucker.
Is that a tough fight for him?
Huh?
Is that a tough fight for him?
I think it's a for sure tough fight for him, but Hitchens not punching like Hitchens could fight. I like Hitchens. I think I don't know, Broadway super high on him as well. I think he's definitely a dark horse at 140. He one of them guys that really gonna make noise once he get that real shot. He gonna be on Edgar Berlanga. Wait, he gonna be on the Edgar Berlanga card his next card and shit like that. He may be the co-main if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I think that's a tough fight. But again, for Regis, I would take that fight. It's not like it's a Subriel guy where he mauling, and you're not even sure if Hitch is going to get tired or not. You get what I'm saying? So if I'm Regis and I want to pick a fighter that I have to fight, I will pick Hitchens.
Right. Agree.
I don't know, man. I don't know. You know I'm high on Hitchens, brother.
Oh, me too. I'm high as fuck on him, but I don't think he'll want to fight Subriel.
It's less damage than Matias.
Nah, but with Matias, you get openings. Hitchens, he's okay with with being in I don't want to say boring fight. That's
picking
probably
it up.
Yeah, not mixing it up. That's probably the best way of putting it. You know,
Man,
Matias
should not let that fight go. My bad, bro. I need to go.
No. I'm saying Matias will give you openings. And you know what I'm saying? Matias and Matias got a belt. You know what I'm saying? So if you beat Matias, now you unified.
Mm-hmm.
So
man, they should not let Pacquiao in the ring, man. That's crazy.
My man Lean said, "What's a bigger bag for Regis, PBC or Top Rank? Let's try DAZN."
Yeah, DAZN I got that bigger bag. They willing to overpay.
And funny enough, right? See, sometimes people do shit on a slick. Now, mind you, he's fought over there on DAZN already. You know, the World Series, the Boxing Super Series. He fought Josh Taylor over there. But let's not glance over the fact that, granted, he live in Texas now. He was just at the BAM card. Regis was just there at the BAM card. We don't know what kind of, like, again, we just seen him at the BAM card. What happened? A couple of days later, hey, I'm a free agent, y'all.
Yeah. Through the knowledge, nigga.
Man. You know what I'm saying? Like, we'll see, though. We'll definitely see, man. That's
what I will say this is the belts, again, if that's important to him, which I heard him say he wants to do undisputed.
Mm-hmm.
The WBA and the IBF are on PBC. I asked both Puello and Subriel, like, yo, what's up with y'all fighting each other? They both of them have told me, like, nah, I'd rather fight him down the line. We want Regis, both of them. So you have willing participants on that side that want to fight you, prefer to fight you than each other. They both have belts. And, you let's say you get those belts at welterweight, you look up, Boots is there, Stanionis is there, and you got options there at welterweight. Who knows what Spence is doing, but whatever, those welterweights coming up that looks like the next generation are, with the exception of Virgil, I want to say it's on PBC.
Hey, man, I got to pause for the calls, man. My lovely wife just bought me something to drink, man. She just got a crazy raise on her job today, man. So
beautiful.
I'm gonna cut A-Stop Boxing because I'm fucking rich. So fuck this shit. You know what I'm saying? We rich now. You know what I mean?
Word.
I'm not fucking around.
He's like, fuck your super chat.
But Broadway, to your point, That's what I've been hearing through the streets. That Regis is his thoughts always change when those guys' names get brought up. They say he's ducking smoke in the YouTube streets. Those guys.
Well,
He don't want to fight those guys right now.
I wouldn't say duck is a strong word. He hasn't even made his next move, so I can't say he's ducking. He hasn't even made his next move. Let's see what he does and who he fights and how much he's getting paid. Because if he goes to the zone and he's getting paid $7 million, I'm making up a number, obviously. I'm not gonna say he ducking Puello because what's he gonna do? How much money is he gonna get out of his Puello? He may get a belt, but not, at some point, people fight for money, not belts. Or at least some fighters fight for money, not belts. You understand what I'm saying?
And bro,
oh,
because bro, I'll say this because the biggest knock or the biggest issue that most of us boxing fans, casual and or hardcore, have with Regis Prograis is that we feel like Regis Prograis has made bad business decisions, right? What if by some chance Regis Prograis does feel like he's made bad business decisions, right? And maybe at this junction of his career, when at 34 years old, knowing that boxing is a fucking young man's sport and this is his last run, what if he decides to make better personal business decisions and do what he wanted to do with that WBC strap?
Well, that's what he's doing. Truth, that whole free agent thing. He wants some money.
Yeah,
where it at? What did he do? I mean, and then disclaimer real fast, I put all that stuff under one umbrella. Clout chasing and trying to get some money and building your name, good, bad, and ugly. It's just how it goes. It's just what it is, man. And if I had to guess, there's a select few who really go about it in a good faith way, and then the rest we just have favorite fighters. That's my opinion, but we'll see. Like you say, we'll see.
He said, "Have mercy on Pac-Man's soul if he fight Regis." Pac-Man done been at 47 for how many years?
Since what? 2013.
Bro, it's been a minute since he's been at 47. Yeah. I mean, but again, he's a small dude, so I don't think going.
All of them are. Regis the same size as Devin Haney, man. Go look at that picture of when Bob Arum told him you signed the wrong promoter. Regis is standing right next to Devin Haney. Devin Haney is just as big as him, just as big as that guy. I was like, damn, that's Regis. That's Regis.
My man MD Mills said, PBC don't take half. I don't know what
that
they
do.
I'm guessing you
look at
saying
that showcase card. What you talking about?
Who the knowledge, nigga?
Let me see. They got two. My man Lane said they got two champions. Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, again, I'm not mad at this guy. I'm not mad at Regis for doing his thing. What y'all think about? Well, first I'll start it off. As far as Tio and Josh Taylor is concerned, that's another fight. That now shout out to my man Ryan, Boxing Gyms, right? Shout out to my man Boxing Gyms, right? He did he dropped his that fight breakdown today. That dude is probably like the best at breaking fights down, especially visually with and explaining it in layman's terms for people that don't necessarily understand like boxing terms and technique and shit like that. But
who is that? Truth? My bad.
Boxing Gyms.
Boxing Gyms. Okay.
Yeah, you ever heard of Boxing Gyms?
No, I don't know who that is.
I inbox you some shit as soon as we get off here. I inbox you something on Twitter. I inbox you his channel and check him out, though, Clay. If you like studying film, you will like Boxing Gyms, man. He the truth for sure.
Boxing. Word up. Appreciate that.
But what I was about to say, when that Tio Taylor fight, same thing. In my mind, first of all, I'm like, yo, fucking Josh Taylor gonna watch Tio. He gonna fuck Tio up. Da, 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 da. Then I start thinking, like, damn. When they fight, Josh Taylor would be out the ring for like 16 months straight. His last performance wasn't good. So really, the last time we seen Josh Taylor have a good performance was the Jose Ramirez fight. But that was what, 2021? And then even late down the stretch in that fight, Jose Ramirez started picking that shit up after being dropped twice. You know what I'm saying? So we really got to kind of see what Josh Taylor coming with. You know what I'm saying? Now he do got advantages over Teofimo Lopez fighting on the inside. Teofimo Lopez keeping that like just like boxing gyms are showing, keeping that lead hand down and the way Josh Taylor like work the punches. Josh Taylor necessarily doesn't got to have outside foot dominance. He can fight you with his foot on the inside. We'll see, man. We'll see. That's a scratch. And Josh Taylor, I like him because he a dirty guy. I like him. On the inside, he gonna punch you off the clinch. He gonna punch you off the break. That's a fight where Teofimo Lopez has to be turned on in the fucking dressing room. You get what I'm saying? Like, he got to be turned on back there. But personally, I think the biggest handicap more than anything in the ring is I am not confident in Teofimo Lopez's senior in his ability to craft a winning fight game plan. I'm not confident in that. I do think that Sandor, okay, but he got dropped against Sandor. If you get dropped against Sandor, it's gonna get nasty with Taylor, man. It's gonna get nasty with Josh Taylor. You know what I mean? But hey, it is what it is. The Compa fight, we saw some holes in there in that fight as well. But Compa was a tough ass guy, so But yeah, man, I'm just not confident in Teofimo Lopez Sr. And I think Josh Taylor is gonna stop him. I think this is going to be a very good fight. I really think that Josh Taylor is going to stop him. And I know that a lot of y'all is not hip to the UK boxing, but he's training. Josh Taylor just switched his trainer to a guy named Joe McNeely. Joe McNeely is Liam Smith's coach, right? Liam Smith is probably one of the better UK fighters, even besides Amir Khan. You might be hard pressed to find a guy who got a better resume. That's a UK guy than Liam Smith. It's another guy over there named JJ Metcalf. He like 23-24-1. A prospect on the zone that I'm interested in, Kevin Ajarko. That's his trainer currently now. Joe McNally is a good fucking trainer. He's a very underrated UK trainer. He's not Tony Sims or fucking the other guy that's over there or Ben Davison and shit like that. But Joe McNally is a solid fucking trainer, and his fighters win. So
real quick to that truth, can't even speak. That's one thing I like about Josh Taylor. He's not afraid to ask for help and try to get better with someone else's thinking. Now granted, that's hard to do, especially in one camp or 2 fights, 3 fights, whatever it is. But that let me know that like he was trying to get better. And then for all I think it's fair criticism that like we'll have to see what he brings, and I'm with you there. But at the same time, I'm like, man, this guy has fought nothing but smoke. And even in his last fight, people are saying that guy is like a number 1, number 2, top 3 type talent in Jack Catterall. So it's just like, I mean, look, man. And then that was one thing for me, you should know this too, Truth, being at fights as many as you go to. Man, when you're up there watching it live, real fast, you realize those guys don't have a lot of time in the ring. You get maybe 10 years to pop, and that's it. Yeah. So, it takes a lot out of you. So I think that's just kind of what we're witnessing with Josh Taylor, man. I mean, he really went through a ringer there, and I always say this about him. What's funny is that whole championship run, I picked against him every time, even Ivan Baranchek, man. So, and he proved me wrong, and he's, if I still had pound for pound, I'd still have Josh Taylor very much in there.
Yo, he touched Baranchek up too.
He's a real dad. Oh man, he beat the crap out of most of his competition, man. He's a smart fighter, but and I agree with you, like his criticism, what you said. Sometimes he lets you back in there with the lapse of not concentrating.
Spells where like he get inactive a little bit, like what I'm saying?
Right, because he thinks he's got the bag. But like what he forgets is like, no, man, you're actually fighting the 1A, 1B next guy in your division. Like, so that's why I always kind of give him a little credence there. I'm like, man, this dude has faced the best 140 pounders we've all been saying are the best for years now, including Josh Taylor. So he should be where he is in his career. And sorry, I kind of took over there. With Teho, he's such a mystery, man. I don't really like him that much, but I always say the same thing about him too. Like, I'd be lying to you if I said he's not super talented. I just think he needs to humble himself one more time. And what I mean by that is that he's already done it before. And I've been literally screaming this on my boxing mountain, and I'm not getting off. Some of our favorite fighters, man, need to get out of their own way. And Teo's a really good example, but he already has. I think he could do it again. He brought in Joey Gamache. and all our other favorite fighters could do the same thing.
But
Like with David Ben,
they beat
huh?
Lomachenko, no.
Right, but let me finish real fast. Like, but what I'm saying is like a lot of our, including Tio, like our favorite fighters, they can bring in somebody, a seasoned vet whom they trust and respect to give them help at their strengths and weaknesses and tell them the truth, man. Because that's what we're saying about young Tio, that his father's not telling the truth. Go ahead and bring someone who you respect, who's going to keep it a buck with you and make you better for it in and outside of the ring. So, but that's what I'm not seeing with him yet. And I don't know. I'm just a fan. But he's got a tough task against Josh Taylor.
But
he can beat Josh Taylor. He can beat Josh Taylor. Don't get that twisted. But I don't think he will. Yeah, it really depends upon his game plan, man. So
hey, take that down, man. Come on, what we doing here? What we doing?
Hey, my man Nate, listen, my man Nate, man. My man Nate said I heard Gary Antoine turn down player.
Take that down, man. We ain't gotta get on that. Because I'm playing.
That's a fact. No, I'm saying that. That's a fact, though. That's a fact.
No, I was joking. You know, I got
joking. You know, I gotta leave it up. You be giving my man shit. I gotta leave it up for a little bit. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
Hey, real quick. Let me chime in. I really don't get it, man. I don't know how you go from beating Loma to getting your ass whooped by Kambosos to having a draw with Sandemar. I really don't know what the comments for this boy.
Guys,
I don't know.
I'm gonna tell you. Listen, with boxing, it gotta be a team, man. When we look at Teofimo Lopez Sr. and we see how how erratic he is. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Teofimo Lopez Sr. He fucking now some of us, Broadway just jumped off, but like for example, Broadway was at the Kambosos fight. I was watching the fight. Teofimo Lopez come back to the corner. His father fucking wooing and wowing with the crowd. You get what I'm saying? Like,
right.
You gotta have a competent team, not just one person. Joey Gamache is the guy that was crafting the game plans for Teofimo Lopez. I don't think it's a coincidence in Joey Gamache not being with Teofimo Lopez no more and his performances tapering down heavily. You get what I'm saying? Teofimo Lopez Sr. he was never a professional fighter. He's another guy that just like me, right? And if y'all know me, y'all see me put pictures with me and my kids, me and my daughter. Bro, my daughter that's 10 years old, I swear to God, she can hit pads better than some grown-ass men, bro. But that's my daughter. And if I decided to take her the professional route, it's only so far I could get her because I was never a fucking boxer. You get what I'm saying? You on a world-class level with people that was taught by the man that taught the man that taught the man that taught the man. Here it is. You a fan. You grew up in the 80s and you seen Iron Mike Tyson or Sugar Ray and them motherfuckers. Now you a fan of boxing. You think you could take your son. Yeah, you could get him there, but you can only get him to a certain point. After that, you need the Joey Gamaches. After that, you need to bring these other people in your camp so that y'all could get past the level that y'all was at. You get what I'm saying? And that's the shit we see. Like, wait, what's my son name? Gabriel is it Gabriel Flores? Gabe Flores, right? That's the young boy that got beat up by Luis Alberto Lopez and shit like that. Venado Lopez.
That was a hell of a fight this past weekend. That opener to Fundura card.
Yeah.
Gee, man. Oof.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm getting my people mixed up, but yeah.
No, but
that name.
Though, but again, what I'm saying is though, as a father-son duo or as a family duo, if that dad wasn't a professional and he didn't grow up inside of the sport of boxing, learning from OGs that learned from the guys that created, you need to bring help in. You have to bring help in. You cannot do it all by yourself. You look at Floyd Mayweather, his father was a professional fighter. His uncle and Roger was a professional fighter. Jeff Mayweather was a professional fighter. And oh, by the way, these guys are from the Midwest and they learned fighting from some of the best fucking guys. You know what I mean? Like that's just how it go, man.
That Midwest style. That Midwest.
Yeah, right. And until they decide that they want to get better and bring other people in. You know what I'm saying? You know, we'll see. Rumors still out there that if Crawford wins, that if Taylor wins, he's gone. Hey, MD Mills.
Do the knowledge, nigga.
I don't believe that.
Hey, I read that comment too. I'm like, where you hear that from?
Let me see. Drain Taylor.
To his first question too, yes, he is killing himself to make weight. They all are killing themselves to make weight. Everyone is cutting weight, bro.
Hey,
My man-
VV, chill out, VV.
My man Greedy said that's not a fact. He talking about when I said that Gary Antoine turned down a Puello fight. Hey, listen, hey Greedy, you know, I think it's some conflicting information on there. I know you got firsthand information on that topic, so you know, I know how it would go, but you know, I know you got some information. You know, I done seen some things. Yeah, you know, we never know. So again, that's
quick too, Truth. What happened to young Antoine?
Real quick before you go, Clad. Hey, I got 13 people in here. Hey man, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We in this bitch cooking. Again, like I said, I'm gonna say it one more time, and I'm gonna play it to play out. Y'all tuned in with ASOP Boxing because
Most motherfuckers don't know shit about boxing.
and that's why y'all here with me, man. But go ahead, Clad.
I was asking, what is that disclosed injury with Antoine? Why did he pull out?
I don't know. I don't know.
Man, get out of here, BB. Stop that. Everybody turned down somebody at one point, man.
Gary Russell has no ambition. Antoine turned down Puello. Antonio turned down anyway. Gary Jr. turned down Warrington. He on tip.
This the thing though. Antonio wasn't even ready for it anyway. Like, come on now, he just got his ass whooped by somebody that, and I don't want to do the triangle theory, but
by
still,
Manny,
he
Manny
got his
beat his
ass
ass
whooped
that
by
night.
somebody that lost.
Who got knocked out by Inoue
Yeah,
in 2
he
rounds.
wasn't even ready.
You think that's why he turned down the anyway fight?
To be
No,
honest,
but
I agree
sorry,
with VV. They ain't got no ambition. I mean, that's just who we got. Like when Lefty say that we want to be hood Lefty, well, that's just how it is here. That's why we love him so much. But Antonio probably, you hear me? But I don't think Antoine's scared though. Like I don't think Antoine's scared at all.
This nigga's scared.
Well, Truth and Brian, that's why I say everybody ducks. Everybody clutches.
Yeah,
everyone does it, man. Like, we need to stop.
Yeah.
He was like, oh, well, I don't believe in duck. Of course you do, man.
No. It's a difference between ducking and moving strategically.
Shakur duck.
I will agree that there's he ducked 2 people.
That UK fight over there.
Come on, Warrington.
Yeah,
He ducked Oshak Foster and he ducked Gary Russell
Gary
at
too.
26.
Yeah,
Come on, man.
Yeah.
No one said shit. No one said shit.
Nah, don't turn your face now. Shakur duck too.
No, that's a fact. Like, stop. Like, but you can't say that, Brian. You can't say the word duck. Like, come on, man. Y'all need to stop.
Some guys get moved strategically. Like, I understand. Now, listen, should he probably have fought Josh Warrington? Yeah. But you got to look at it like this, right? You can't talk about how, for example, right? People are like, oh, yeah, Top Rank got the best matchmakers. Carl Moretti, Bruce Trampler, well, Carl Moretti's the VP, but Bruce Trampler, Brad Goodman, blah, 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 blah. You can't say that these guys got handlers, the best movers in the game, and they say, oh, you a duck. It don't work like that. If the guy got handlers, maybe the handlers didn't want the fight. Maybe the handlers like, yo, we not about to fun. We not doing nothing with this fight. We don't want that fight for you. No.
So what is a duck? No, hang on, Brian. What is a duck then?
I got a perfect example. Shout out to my man Jamil from YSM Boxing. He dropped the interview today with Bozy Ennis. He talking about Stan Jonas. Obviously Virgil dropped out of that fight. He said, so hey, man, let me take this down. He said, hey, Stan Jonas said that he been trying to fight y'all since he had 10 wins. And he was like, well, shit, we thought Stan Jonas was going to be our opponent last time, but obviously his team, Richard Schaefer, Shelly Finkel, they don't want it. You get what I'm saying? But he like, hey, but we'll fight Stan Jonas right now. So is Stan Jonas a duck because Richard Schaefer and Shelly Finkel don't want to fight for him? His handlers, the people that move him, the people that manage his career, get him the sponsor. Hey, how is he a duck when these guys is telling you?
Yes.
But
Yes.
how we know that ain't happened with the Pollo and Antwerp?
No, again, that's why I said, listen, this is why I'm not discounting. My man Gritty he was privy to a conversation that took place in front of him. With whoever was in the conversation, Gritty feel a certain way, and I believe him.
Okay.
Broadway was privy to some information. Whoever Broadway got his information from, I believe him too. But at the same time, listen, if let's just say Puello and them wanted to fight him, right? And before he even got to Gary Antoine, Gary was like, nah. I mean, the handler, the manager, whoever was like, nah, we good. We don't want that fight. We don't want to fight this guy right now. That is not Gary ducking, bro.
Yeah, I don't think it's that. I think it's that.
That's what I'm saying.
To me, it is, man. I mean, look, man, look, because like, dude, I don't really care about these results and these outcomes. I just want to see if these guys are quote unquote the best, and we're trying to figure that out. The only way to figure it out is for them to get it on.
Let me break it down even simpler for you, right?
Sure.
Here in Southern Maryland, where I live at, I coach my son's flag football team. A lot of these kids start playing tackle football with helmets and fucking pads at 6 years old, right? I'm okay with my son playing flag football at 6 years old, but if my neighbor is not okay with his son playing tackle football at 6 years old, that don't mean his son's scared, bro. That don't got shit that you get what I'm saying? That don't mean that my neighbor's son's scared because my neighbor don't want his son to play tackle football.
I agree.
It's the same concept. How am I scared if the people that's in charge that I've hired to guide my career for another, right back to it, Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford. Errol Spence, Crawford was telling us he had $25 million apiece for Errol Spence, right? That might be Errol Spence's biggest payday to date and may never get a payday higher than that. But why would you go against the people that are professionals that you hired to do a job for you? Why would you go against? What's the point of having the people there if you're going to go against them? You get what I'm saying? I mean, again, maybe Shakur had took a Warrington fight? Yeah, I think he should. I think he could have beat Warrington. But I'm not going to say he ducking, knowing that this guy got fucking Jay Prince. At one point in time, Andre Ward was involved in his career. He got Bob Arum and these matchmakers and shit like that, and Carl Moretti. We know what Top Rank do. So we can't take an isolated incident and be like, oh, well, you ain't fight him, you a duck. Come on, bro. That shit ain't fair to me. I don't know.
Now, the truth, sir, you make good points, man. And I'm not going to try to argue them with you. I'm just going to agree to disagree with you. Those, what you said, no, hang on. Like what you said, truth. But what I'm saying too is truth. Like everyone is doing this though. Everyone is trying to move differently. Everyone has a different appetite for success and come up with the same end result, but they want to do it differently. What's fascinating to me is they all are saying the same thing, but their goal is the same, meaning everyone has the same goal. They want to be a world champion, want to make a bunch of money, yada yada yada. But you're not gonna do the necessary work to do it. So I am gonna say duck every single time. I'm gonna say they're all doing it. It's not just 1, 2, 3, and 4. They're all doing it, man. They're all. I just in this last month, I'm really gonna shut up. This last month finally kind of came to peace. Because there's so much talk with Tank and Dev, and then now Shakur is, to me, which is really weird. And like I don't even know how I'm okay with him being here because I believe he's the goods. But it's like, how the fuck did he sneak in here and everyone ducking you? The fuck all the way out of here. So everyone's privy to it, man. Everyone's doing it, including my favorite fighter.
Yeah, I mean, again, I just think I think you got to move strategically. I think in order to achieve longevity in the game, that's a young man's game, and one fight could turn your career around. I think you do need some type of guidance, and you do got to kind of, you got to be cognizant of what you're doing. You can't just go out here and be a Superman, right? Those guys in the 60s and 70s and 80s, the motherfuckers could be Superman. Why? Because 9 times out of 10, the guy you fighting, you're going to fight him like 4 or 5 times, And then on top of that, y'all motherfuckers fighting every month. You know what I'm saying? Like now, like for example, just a little bit of history. I remember when Tito Trinidad was the 147-pound champion. He was fighting a guy named Yuri Boykampa. I think Yuri Boykampa was a Mexican guy. This motherfucker was like 40-something and 1 or 40-something and 0. I think like 40-something and 1. And as Trinidad was coming to the ring, they're like, hey, Trinidad champion at 147, but we don't know. He's coming off a long layoff. This layoff has been super long. We just not sure, blah, 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 blah. They fucking clap. They going on and on and on about Trinidad layoff, right? So I'm watching this shit. They put a graphic on the screen, 7-month layoff. Clev, 7-month layoff.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Today, that's regular. If your favorite fighter is fighting every 7 months, you're happy. Today. You get what I'm saying? So now, more than ever, these guys got to take the fights that's right for them. They got to take the fights that's right for them, and the business got to be right. That's why I don't really do too much ducking. But I will say, like my man Nate was on there earlier with a picture of him and Franchon Cruz, and I will say that I think Franchon Cruz is ducking Shadesha Green. I think that you undisputed at 168. Shadesha Green is your mandatory in two sanctioning bodies. Yeah, and still you fighting Savannah Marshall, who just lost to Clarissa Shields.
Yeah, that's a duck though. That's a duck. That's a duck. And I agree with you because with the other situations, is to me, boxing is a business like any other sport has become. You got to build a brand. You hear me? So a lot of these people, like he not right now. You know, I'm not mad at that sometimes. Like, nah, we not going that route right now. But with her, if that's your mandatory, you undisputed and all that, and you fighting somebody coming off an L, that's a duck. Like, it ain't no brands to build. It ain't no business move. Like, you supposed to be in a ring with her.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, man, I got 15 people in here, man. Let me get that like button, man. I don't know how many likes I got. I can't see the like button sign, but hey, make sure y'all tap that like button. If you ain't hit subscribe yet, man, please hit that subscribe button for sure. My man Nate said, see, look, my man Nate, you see, he got Franchon Cruz with him. Again, I think it's a duck, you know, but hey, listen, again, even with that, Clev, I think she ducking Shadesha Green. But guess what? A fight in the UK versus Savannah Marshall for the undisputed 168 title, that's a big payday for Franchon Cruz. So if you Franchon Cruz management, do you fight somebody like Shadesha Green that maybe or maybe not, I don't know, what Scarface said? I got ears. I hear things, right? Maybe stopped you in sparring multiple times. Maybe put hands on you in sparring multiple times. I don't know. Would you fight that person? Or do you go to the UK and go get the biggest payday of your career?
Now, Shadesha, she does deserve the title shot, correct?
Sure. She's mandatory in two. If you undisputed and you got somebody that's your mandatory in two different sanctioning bodies, I think it's fair to say that a person deserves a fight. But again, if you could maneuver yourself, go to the UK where women's boxing and DAZN and Boxer and all that shit is very prevalent. They have a heavy footprint in women's boxing. You could go fight maybe the second or third biggest UK star, female star in boxing, and go possibly make the biggest payday of your career. Why not?
Like Gritty said, women's boxing hot right now. You gotta make that fight happen.
For sure.
I'm seeing what Vivi said. Yeah, he ducked him, dog. I ain't gonna go back and forth with you, man. I'm living my best life.
I don't agree he ducked him. I ain't gonna lie, because we got to agree to disagree on that one too.
Oshak was the mandatory for years. And he fought Nakatila over that guy. And that literally what you're complaining about for old girl, that's what happened to Oshak. Okay. Then let me clarify the 126. I say that because Gary Russell at that time was smoke and the champion. You don't want to unify and fight someone and build up your name and actually get some good clout? Come on, man. Like y'all picky choosy all the dang time.
Hey, Clev,
Ugh.
let me clarify for you, bro. He won the. You said he fought Nakatilia instead. He won the 130-pound fight. I mean, he won the W. First of all, O'Shaquie was the WBC mandatory, which means that Oscar Valdez should have fought him, right? He won. He beat Nakatilia. Then he fought Oscar Valdez. He had one fight after that and moved up. One fight, bro. He fought Conceição after that, and he couldn't even make the weight, and then he moved up. So saying he ducked O'Shaquie is crazy work. He fought Nakatilia. He was only the champion at he was only the WBO champion. That was the strap that he got off of Jamel Herring. He fought Jamel Herring. Then he fought. I don't even think he was a champion when he fought Nakatilia. I think he fought Nakatilia. Then he fought Jamel Herring, and then right after the Jamel Herring fight, he doubled down and then unified against Oscar.
Hey, Clever. You see how it is when you got your own show. You can control it. By now he would have played that. This nigga scared by now, but he ain't played for it. That's crazy. Man.
Get him, bro. Get him.
Listen, it's truth over narrative. I ain't trying to start no narrative.
I like that.
Like I said, I think he should have fought Josh Warrington. I do. I think he should have fought Josh Warrington. Am I going to say he ducked when he got a whole slew of guys in front of him? No, I'm not going to say that. But I also can't say he ducked O'Shaquie Foster because Valdez had that belt. Valdez had that belt that he won from fucking Butchell. Remember, O'Shaquie was always on the out and out. O'Shaquie was a guy, he was 16-2, 17-2, whatever the fuck he was in 2. He had full on.
But he deserved it.
No,
it's the same thing. Like prime examples. I'm gonna use your example with Usyk and Dubois right now.
Yeah.
Usyk inherited that mandatory because he beat AJ. So just because, literally, it's the same thing. Reason why he's fighting Dubois is because he inherited that. Right. So when Shakur beat old boy, he inherited Foster.
Clive, he fought one after he beat.
I believe it. I believe it. I don't know.
He fought one fight. He couldn't make the weight, and he moved up.
And now Devin ducking you. Come and see me. All right, dog. All right, man.
Bro, how is it a duck if you fight? You win a title, you fight another guy in a homecoming fight. You can't make the weight and vacate the titles and then move up. If he was still fighting at 130 and not fighting O'Shaquie, it's a fucking duck. No question. If you still fighting at 130 and you not fighting O'Shaquie Foster, that's a duck for sure. I'm not going to tell you he ducked when he fought another guy and he couldn't make the weight and then moved up. That's not a duck.
There's a lot of fights at 130. I'm trying to figure out why he didn't make when he was down there.
Who?
Well, I can't say that because a lot of them probably weren't even down there. Like the Hector Garcias and the Chris Cobras and all, and O'Shaquie. Ain't there O'Shaquie at 130 right now? Or he at 120? Let me see.
But I'm gonna tell you though. Listen, in the history of boxing, I think it's only been 2 cross-promotional fights. I think that the Fury and Wilder, and who the fuck was it? Pacquiao and was it Mayweather?
Yes.
Right?
But even so, though, I mean, that just proves that it can be done, though. So, the only reason why, I mean, it happens regularly. Guys from different stables and different promotional outfits fight on other outfits all the time. Again, I mean, hey. But you know what? Look, it's not my show. But I see what Gritty is saying. So they're releasing that. They're releasing that fight because that fight wasn't released. I thought it was gonna be on the 16th, actually, like an anniversary. But that's word. That's word. I'm gonna watch that. The fight you were at when Spencer's last outing.
Okay.
That whole card, that whole pay-per-view.
Both ducking and snitching both got new definitions. That's a fact, Trill. My man. My man Gritty said. He said I talked to Bullet in Vegas December 17th at the Rivera Martin fight. I got a text to Broadway like late December telling him Coach Bullet. Okay, yeah, I'm with you.
I can hear you crying, VV. You want to fight one night? Yes, I do want to fight one night.
The Porter versus Crawford wasn't cross promotion.
No, remember they just sent Porter over there.
Oh, they just said okay.
Yeah, PBC ain't had the shit. They ain't have now again.
But they had to pull Nellen too from that guy. He was like, the only way I'm fighting him is to become a mandatory. So he when became the man's mandatory, and he was still crying help. Like, I remember these things, man. This is crazy.
Andre Ward got fired after the Shakur and Warrington negotiations.
My point is, though, Truth and Brian, is that look, and this is why I'm gonna stand on that stoop, man. Everyone is ducks because why? Because they're looking for the best advantage to win. I don't think anyone is scared of anybody. I just think they're looking for an advantage to win.
Yeah.
Everyone's a player out here, man.
Listen,
ain't no one playing fair.
And to your point, in this day and time, you know how the society is with boxing. Once you get your first L or two, your shit done. Like people think they count you out. You don't get the money no more. So I don't be mad at motherfuckers sometimes ducking the hard fights, taking the easy joint. That's why I don't get mad at Tank, because Tank telling y'all right now his focus ain't really he don't talk about being undisputed. And that boy talk about his money. Like I don't get mad at him for that.
Why is that?
Why is what?
Why he talk about money?
Because he was taught that. He came up under Floyd Mayweather.
Groomed by Money Mayweather.
That's true. And I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that at
I'm
all.
not mad at it either, but I'm saying though, because let's say I want to get in my bag. I could say, don't we all say that the sanctioning bodies it could be bought? Yeah. Ain't Tank the biggest fighter at 135? Yeah. So if Tank really wanted to be the man and be undisputed, he could have forced the WBA to consolidate that Reggie belt that he holding on to. It's only like 3 or 4 Reggie belts left in the WBA, and Tank got one. So is Tank more concerned about big fights, or is he concerned about being a champion? I could run with the narrative that he ducked fucking Cambosis, or that he ducking like, you know what I'm saying? Like that shit. Guys get moved a certain type of way. Guys like Tank don't need a belt because his popularity gonna carry him. You know what I'm saying? So you know how we go, man. We could come with a lot of variables, but I ain't trying to start no narrative either. But PBC is releasing.
That's funny. It's in your name. I said that's funny because it's in your name.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Man, it's my dog. Let me see. My man Vivi said Shakur fought 2 champs back to back and for the top contender. He said, Vivi said, which I checked too. But Vivi said when he fought Conceição was number 1 in the WBC.
Hey, Vivi. When Antonio fought Manny, what was his rank? Where was he at?
Shit. What'd you say?
I said when Antonio fought Manny, what was Manny ranked at?
I think he was like he was up there. Wasn't that a title or some shit like that?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you can't say he ducked either.
Yeah, I mean,
after the fact, VV. Jeez, I don't want to get sucked into that, but I forget my thought now. I'm pausing. Fucking tut dog.
Hey, listen, I hear Shakur slander. This how I be.
I broke my back.
Nah, on some real shit though. Like,
oh, you know what? On that, yeah, a little bone to pick with you, Truth. I didn't like how he called out Devin Haney, man. I didn't appreciate that one bit, but I get it. I get it. Like, no. Listen to me. No, I'm giving you your flowers. You're right. It's a business. He's been moved a certain way. That's how they do things. They're building him up. I get it. But my opinion is of that. I thought that was wrong, bro. Come and see you, bro. You should be the champion's one with the target on his back. You should be like, I'm coming for you, not come and see me.
Well, Vivi,
so, that's the point.
I think you playing on the words, and to say building him up. This guy, Shakur Stevenson, just fought for a WBC eliminator. He's a 2-division world champion. He just put 10,400 people in Prudential Center in Newark. He did an $800,000 gate. Their fight versus Conceição, who's fucking nobody. He did $1 million gate and still put 10,000 people inside Prudential Center Arena in Newark. And Devin Haney has done neither of the above. So he should go see Devin Haney. I think that was a play on words because he want to fight Haney. But to say that they building him up, you building a 2-division champion up to be a 3-division champion, and also be if you not Tank, Canelo, maybe Wilder, but Wilder only put 10,000 people in the Barclays. That was just there, right? So if you're not maybe Canelo or Canelo, Tank, or maybe AJ or some shit like that, you're probably not selling more tickets than Shakur Stevenson. You're probably not doing maybe you know because Ryan has done $1 million gate, but so has Shakur as well. So you talking about a guy that, especially in and around that division, only Tank is doing better numbers than Shakur Stevenson. Neither of those two, and to be more clear, right? We just saw an interview from Tank, and Tank said, I ain't gonna say that guy name. Interview said who? Shakur Stevenson? Yeah. He wanted to fight. He said Devin, Lomachenko, then Shakur. It's a reason why he wanted to fight Shakur Stevenson last, because he know that Shakur Stevenson is the toughest fight and the best fighter that he will fight in his whole fucking career, bro.
Okay.
I don't even think that Core and Devin right now today at 135, it's no way that's a 50-50 fight. No, not to me.
Not at all. I've been saying that. It's not a 50-50 fight. You fight at 140, where it's going to be 50-50.
They're going to have
two grown men.
Hopefully, I'm a Shakur fan, bro. And I don't want to see that fight at 135. I don't. Because it's not going to be competitive. It's not. That's just how
I do. I want to see it. I want to see them all fight right now. And I want to see them fight next year and the year after that, and however long it takes. If it's really good, we might get a trilogy out of one of those two matchups.
You already know.
No. Hey, Brian, I said it earlier. We got to flag that. These guys are young enough to keep this going for a good while. And when I'm talking about them, I'm only talking about them. Like those are the best.
You are a boxing fan, though. This bigger than just us. You hear me? The money comes from when the casuals want to watch the fight. Man, if they fight right now and Devin get his ass whooped for 12 rounds, not too many people going to want to watch that fight at 140 again.
Let me tell you something.
My feelings are hurt, man. Damn. I wasn't expecting y'all to be talking like that.
Let me play this. I'm going to play this, Clav, and I'm going to tell you something.
Damn.
Those motherfuckers don't know shit about boxing.
And I'm going to tell you this. Clav, what you just said about him being young, they said the same thing about Fernando Vargas, taking all of them hard-ass fights back to back to back to back to back to back. And then when he got in his 30s or when he was in his late 20s, he was fucking cooked. Cooked, bro. Look at Fernando Vargas' resume. He fought the who's who. But he fought, remember the Trinidad? That shit was a fucking war, bro. And he fought them guys that he was supposed to fight. But when you put them tough fights like that back to back, and you get a rock, and you fighting the fucking most elite fighters, you know who you fighting. You first of all, most of the injury and wear and tear comes through training camp. It comes through sparring on a regular basis. It don't come from fight for real. These guys, you saying they're young. Devin Haney is young. He's 24 years old. But these fucking wild weight cuts where his face is sunken in, the voice get the raspy, he can't even fucking that's a clear sign that you dehydrated and you've cut too much weight and it's affecting your health. That's what that means. It's affecting your health at that point. I don't want to see Devin versus Shakur at 135 because you got a guy that just moved up to the weight class, can make the weight easy. And now you got a guy that's coming down 30 pounds and all of this other shit trying to make the weight, and he not performing at the A+ that he could possibly perform at. Give me that fight at 140. Go ahead and move up. Let Shakur reign. Y'all meet at a weight class that's good for both of y'all, and then give me the fight there. Because I want the best fighting the best. That don't only mean the best named fighters. That means I want the best version of the best fighters fighting the best guys. You get what I'm saying? I don't even think we about to see the best Devin Haney versus Lomachenko. I don't think so. Personally, I don't. But, you know, we'll see. You might think different. But, again, And I'm not the fucking saver guy. If you and your dad say y'all staying at 135, cool. I know from watching boxing, we're not getting the best version of Devin Haney versus Lomachenko. I don't believe.
Interesting.
Facts, but you know,
I'll think about that, Truth. I'll think about that.
No, I'm just saying. But again, like I said, you look at some of these guys, like, and I just use Fernando Vargas as a.
Yeah, but that guy's a legend, and like when I think about Fernando Vargas, and I met the guy. Shit, my bad. Like that guy's a legend. I mean, now, like his personal life and all this outside stuff, and I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about him as a boxer. Dude is a legend. Like when you talk about Fernando Vargas, respect, unless you just don't like the guy. So I mean, that's all I'm really looking at these guys for, as far as like, you know, that's what they are. They're boxers, gladiators, fighters. But I'll think about what you said, young man. Yeah, sir. You know, I appreciate you letting me come on. I'm gonna start preparing for dinner.
No, I feel you.
And who's fighting this weekend? We got a heavyweight matchup, right?
It's only Joe Joyce. Only Joe Joyce is fighting this weekend.
No, Vivi, Michaela Mayer, she getting some action.
Yeah, that's on the undercard. That's on the Joe Joyce. I mean, Michaela Mayer versus Christina Linadartu, whoever the fuck her name is.
Don't say that.
Yeah.
Who the fuck she is?
Yeah, but that's and she and the female that she's fighting, Christina Linadartu, she like I don't want to say gatekeeper, but if you look at her resume, she's fought the who's who. It's going to be a good fight. But I don't know if you saw the face off. She's clearly, you know, taller and bigger than the girl, so she should be beat by decision unless she's able to stop her. We're not sure because, you know, whatever, when it's boxing, whatever. But we'll see. But nah, man, I appreciate you joining me, Clev.
Yeah, it was good, man. Good job, man. Good job session.
Yo,
much love, Brian. Y'all have a good rest of the evening. Good day.
All right.
Good weekend to the start.
appreciate it.
All right, brother.
All right. B was good.
What's up with you?
Nah, man. You know, just we busting it up, man. I'm trying to think what else we got in the 140 arena, man. Got Josh Taylor. We talked about Josh Taylor Tio. We talked about Puyo Roly. Roly Puyo. Who else got the strap? IBF. Subriel.
Hey, in the comments, Gritty was talking about that. That's true, or he was playing with the pit bull. What's the name fight?
Nah, he might be. I don't think I never took Gritty for no prankster. I think he might be on to something, yo. Cruz and Gamboa, Spence and Ugas, yeah, they might be on something. And usually they will do that. Like PBC. You know what's crazy? It's a couple things that not sound like, but whatever. PBC take way too long to release the fights. And
Way too fucking long.
And one thing about DAZN that I really like if you watch a DAZN recap, you don't gotta watch the fight. Like a DAZN recap, like they main event recap, this shit like 12 minutes, 12, 13 minutes. Like they give a lot of the fight in the recap. PBC, like I'm surprised that he's saying they releasing the Spence Ugas joint on YouTube. I'm surprised, bro, because they take years, bro, to release these fights. A fucking long ass time to let these fights go. So if Gritty's saying that, it must mean some smoke. We seen Cruz on. Matter of fact, last time we seen Cruz. No, that's a lie. I was gonna say last time we seen it was on Earl undercard, but he fought on the Andy Ruiz and Luis Ortiz undercard as well. But I don't trust Pitbull Cruz. He like to fight 130 pounders. He like to move guys up and fight them. But you know, we'll see. I think Earl. I think that fight is coming. I think the Earl Spence versus Terrence Crawford fight is coming. We already seen Alexis Rocha move on. We seen the WBO order the mandatory. We then seen the WBO come out and say nothing afterwards. So you know, we'll see. You know what I mean? My man, let me see. They released them years later. Cruz versus Giovanni may be the co-main. That's what I heard. Possibly Giovanni Cabrera. My man Trill said, I think it's a Juneteenth card. But yeah, I'm with you. That's what I'm thinking. But I ain't trying to start no narratives. Nah, hey, you right, bro. Hey, listen, this is a good fight. It should be Cruz versus Martin. Only issue I got with that is Sean Gibbons. Wait, go ahead, bro.
No. I was saying that a few days ago that they need to make that fight happen with Frank Martin and Cruz. He should not be fighting the German guy he about to fight. Fuck that fight. We don't want to see that shit.
I don't want to see Frank Martin versus no German. Yeah, but no, I think that's the fight to be made. Martin versus Cruz or Martin versus De Los Santos. I just think that's the fight to be made. Do I think that he's levels above that? Well, do I think he's further along than De Los Santos in his career? Yes. Do I think the Cruz fight is a better fight? Yeah, because people looking at Isaac Cruz and comparing him off the tank. Now, mind you, imagine if Frank Martin get in there and stop Isaac Cruz or some shit like that. Now you saying, damn, he stopped him. Tank didn't stop him. Fuck the one hand shit with Tank, but he stopped him. Tank, you know what I mean? It just, I think that fight make more sense. But
I talk about a duck. That boy ducks.
Who? Isaac Cruz?
Pitbull.
Oh yeah.
He
See,
ducks.
hey, let me think about this, right? Let's go this far. Last year, the WBC mandated him to fight Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia went public and said, let's do it. Let's make the fight. Sean Gibbons went to the WBC. Pitbull Cruz already got a fight lined up against a fucking 130-pounder. Again, last year, WBC conference, they mandated Shakur Stevenson. Pitbull want to do other things. Pitbull Cruz could have fought Ryan Garcia and Shakur Stevenson. Turned it down. He only won a tank fight. They literally are trying to position themselves to fight Gustavo Lemos. That's not an easy fight for that IBF title, so that they could go and fight Tank again and possibly unify when Devin move up and vacate the belts. Come on, man. These guys is weird.
Yeah, it should be some type of penalty to that, man. Like that shit is crazy to me.
It ain't no penalty because the money come with the sanctioning fees. So if you a fighter making $600,000 for your fight or $1 million for your fight, and we charge you 3% on the sanctioning fees, do you want 3% of $1 million, or do you want 3% of the $80,000 they're gonna give the guy that you really want to see fight? You know what I'm saying? Just gotta look at it. I think that Pitbull should fight De Los Santos. I think that'd be a dope fight. Truth is, they only gonna give De Los Santos about $100K, maybe $90K. You know what I'm saying? He might get 100. The sanctioning bodies, they looking like, yeah, it's an interim fight, but 3% out of 100, man, I gotta pay my mortgage. You know what I'm saying? Like, the motherfuckers want them fights. My man Vivi said, yeah, and until you get in there 120, that's crazy work. Carmen,
hey, but what I want to know what the point is. Do they think people still paying for to watch the fight, watch the fight or something? Why the fuck they take so goddamn long to edit?
Especially like, I mean, now I could understand maybe not putting the fight out for like the first 2 weeks because, well, no, I can't even understand that. Once you can't buy the pay-per-view no more, the fight should come out. You can't buy the pay-per-view no more. What the fuck you gonna do?
Right, the fight should be out, right.
In this boxing, we talk too much. It ain't like, you know what, I'm going to just not watch no TV or no boxing. I'm going to wait till they drop the pay-per-view on YouTube. Come on, man.
Because another off-brand platform, they done already dropped the fight. You missing out on views.
I don't watch that Canelo and Triple G fight a bunch of times in fucking German. Yeah. Well, the WBO, it's a difference. The WBO, they kicked Virgil out the rankings because Virgil went the WBA route and he's supposed to be fighting Stanionis for a title. So just like if you look at Boots is probably only in the IBF rankings because he's now the IBF interim champion. That don't mean that the other rankings don't want him, but why would we rank you if you already a champion in another sanctioning body? You know what I mean? Could it be something to do with specific foreign TV rights? I don't know. You could be right, Concuss Boxing. I know you know your shit when it comes to shit like that, so you could be right. It's some personal stuff between Sean and Bob, yeah, for sure. But Bob is not in charge of Ryan Garcia. And Sean Gibbons, I don't know the full story, but if I'm not mistaken, right, allegedly, I'm not sure, but I think he was like fixing fights or some shit like that. I don't know. I'm not an expert, right? So I don't want nobody to come on here and say, you know what I mean, and sue
Allegedly.
me. Allegedly. I don't want nobody to come suing me for slander. Allegedly, but we never know, man. What's good? Hey, B, man, I need some music. I need your music, man. You know, you come on the show, you come on the channel. I got the soundboard. I need music. So when you come on, I could tap the button. Like you see my man Trill. It's some personal stuff between Sean and Bob. But for my man Trill, every time my man Trill come in, we you know what I mean? So
Got you.
You know what I mean? You gotta just send me the music. You from DC. I know you probably was some go-go, man. In fact, I got you. I met you with the afternoon and smoke. Yeah.
that good old backyard.
I bet you with that joint right there. Let me see.
But real quick, like we telling the people, I mean, we talked about it earlier. Man, listen, save your money for that TO fight if you think about going, man. That undercard, pure garbage. Garbage, man. You'll be paying for one fucking fight.
That's a fact. And even for me, like I said, you know, and I'm talking out loud, even in our personal conversation, I said, damn, for the ticket that I want to sit in the fight and for the train ticket for me to go from DC to New York, it's only $240. That's easy. That's a lot. I mean, not to be funny, you know, I know everybody got their personal issues, but $240, I scratch that off. That's light work. You know what I'm saying? But do I really want to be in New York waiting for an ESPN card that's the main event probably not going to start until 11:45, 12 fucking o'clock? That's for one fight? No. Not at all. I'm not doing that.
Hey, I knew Gritty was gonna say that too. Watch out, Gritty. God damn, man. Get off my go-go like that, man.
What'd he say? What'd he say?
None of that go-go shit. Please, no Wale. Hell no, no Wale, man. No Wale.
Hey, Gritty, let me see what he say. Let me see. Hey, you know what's so funny, B? When I first moved out here, I moved to Southern Maryland in 2019, bro. I could not stand fucking, bro. I used to hate go-go music, dog. Like,
yeah, a lot of people do.
Bro, I hated that shit.
Because like, all right, look, let me tell you, Rick. I know this boxing, but real quick with the go-go shit, right?
Hold on, though. But after I went out to the club so many times, I went like different places, and it's a spot where I live at. It's called Shark Bar. You know, every like Thursday night they had a live band and shit like that.
Yeah.
I learned a lot. Now I like go-go for sure. You know what I'm saying? So when I go to the go-go, I usually try to hit the go-go's with the older bands because
that's what I was about to get into. So like when people hear go-go, a lot of times they be like, I don't like that. It's because they hear the younger generation bands. But if you hear the older generation bands, you'll be like, oh, this shit's smooth. You know, it's nothing but a 1-2 step, but like it's a different beat to it. So that's why Gritty probably heard them younger generation bands like, I don't like this shit.
Hey, this blasphemous, Gritty, because my man Shot Glizzy like that.
Come on
Gritty.
now, dog.
I can't.
Come on, man.
Come on.
Yeah. Gritty hating on DC right now. That's crazy.
He said you're gonna have to watch out for the demonetization. Why you say that, VV? Why you say that? Oh no, we good. You know, we good. We all right. You know, we ain't worried about no demonetization. He said, please no Wale. Yeah, nah, it's all good. And I'm knowing how I go. But hey, man, listen, I've been rocking out for 2 hours. I appreciate everybody that's in here with me. There's 13 people in there. I would appreciate if all 13 of y'all hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, tell a friend to come fuck with A-Side Boxing on these moments of truth. My man VV said YouTube is harsh with playing music, but that's why I only hit him with like 2 seconds of the shit, VV. I think you could get away with about 2 seconds before they want to demonetize you. And so far, they ain't came with nothing crazy, so I think I'm all right. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, real quick, I just want to say, man, shout out to this channel too, man, because every YouTube channel, man, they still talking Spence Crawford and who ducked in that fight, man. I ain't talking no real boxing, but here, man, you talking real boxing. So shout out to you, man.
But they doing that because
This is a sick Negro.
some sick Negroes, man.
Right.
They trying to pay their rent, man. That's what happened when a motherfucker trying to pay their rent, man. You got to talk about what's popular with the population, so you can pay your rent. You know what I'm saying? Nah, but nah. Either way, man.
They going with the narrative, not the truth.
That's a fact, man. That's a fact. Hey, but again, I appreciate everybody. I'm gonna try to come on here. You know what? Fuck try. I'm gonna come on here tomorrow night. We're gonna rock out all over again. Talk about some more shit. Maybe we get to another division. Maybe we'll do 154 tomorrow and really kind of going on 154 and cook on what Charlo got going on and what's next for Tim Tszyu and Lubin and Jesus Ramos and all these other guys and blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, man, I do appreciate everybody. My man Lean says see you tomorrow. I will poly with you tomorrow, my boy. This ASAP. Hey, B-Dub, you got anything you want to plug or drop, B?
Nah, not right now. I'm just
either way, if he ain't plugging or dropping on, my man B said, make sure you tune in, subscribe to ASAP.
Make sure you tune in. No question. Like and subscribe.
And again, hey, Lean, I don't know if you're in middle school or not, Lean, but one day, Lean, you got to come up here and politic with your boy ASAP, man. You know what I mean? My man Trill said he might make it. Hold up. My man Trill said he might make a camera debut. Hey, Trill, man. Make that camera debut, my boy. We waiting for you, my boy. We've been talking about it. Let's get it, man. But either way, man, hey, shout out to everybody, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Tune in to A-Side Boxing Talk. Tell a friend and tell a friend. We is fucking out.